What's up, Oasis? Pastor Drew here, just coming at you for one last time before Christmas. This will be the last Wednesday that there's a video and that we get together before the New Year's. But there is going to be like a Sunday service before the New Year gets started. There's not going to be any time on the clock today. I'm just going to get through what I have to get through, and then that'll be over. 7:15 tonight. It's going to be a game night since tomorrow's Christmas Eve. We're just going to celebrate. I know I am late on the gift cards. That is my bad. They're going to come out tomorrow. I'm just going to do them all at once after we have the winner of the video like decided and everything tonight. The video awards, if you insert a funny video, you can make a funny video on YouTube, something you did yourself, anything like that, then we will vote on it after watching it, and the winner will get 5 Amazon bucks. It's going to be sweet. So yeah, that'll be awesome. You're going to want to be here tonight at 7:15 or 7:35. The room will open at 7:15, but we will start everything off at 7:35. It's going to be a great time, and I can't wait for that. Now, let's get to the word. All right. So if we have our Bibles and everything, it's Hebrews 11. We're going to be finishing off this series next week for Hebrews 12, but Hebrews 11 is so good for this Christmas season. It is so good. Hebrews 11, we're going to take two little portions and we're just going to kind of talk about it. Each one of these people of faith died, not yet having in hand what was promised, but still believing. How did they do it? They saw it way off in the distance, waved their greeting, and accepted the fact that they were transients in this world. People who live this way make it plain that they are looking for their true home. If they were homesick for the old country, they could have gone back anytime they wanted, but they were after a far better country than that, heaven country. You can see why God is so proud of them and has a city waiting for them. I'm just going to stop there. Going to explain a little bit of stuff like that. So it's Christmas season. It is Christmas Eve. It is amazing. And it's been such a crazy, hard, weird year of separation and of just illness and ugliness. And it's been just a hard year to be on this planet, right? But we know we have the faith in Jesus, especially right now, especially in this Christmas season, especially knowing that Jesus is here. God gave us Jesus for times like this, and Jesus is our hope. Now, let's see what else the writer of Hebrews has to say. By faith, Abraham, at the time of testing, offered Isaac back to God, acting in faith. He was as ready to return the promised son, his only son, as he had been to receive him. And this, after he had already been told, your descendants shall come from Isaac. Abraham figured that if God wanted to, he could raise the dead. In a sense, that's what happened when he received Isaac back alive from the altar. So if we don't know this story, this is from Genesis. Abraham was told by God to go make a sacrifice on the mountain. And then Abraham went up there and he was going to actually sacrifice his son. I know that sounds so crazy. I don't know, like, when you have kids and everything like that, if that happens, don't go sacrificing them. God is not telling us to go sacrifice our kids, of course, but he was going up there and he thought he was supposed to sacrifice his son. He thought he was supposed to go through with it and do some crazy things to his son for God. And then when he was up there, God gave him an animal that he could sacrifice instead of sacrificing his son. And Isaac was very grateful, I suppose. So Jesus, God, Holy Spirit, however we want to refer, stepped in between Abraham and Isaac and said, hey, Abraham, you do not, as my kid just hurts herself upstairs, you do not need to do this. You can sacrifice that animal instead. Make it right with that animal instead. And it can be okay. You'll still have your son. It'll be amazing. It'll be awesome. But through that moment, Abraham was willing to take what he loved and cared for most and offer to God. Even in a really hard time, Abraham was willing to do this. And Jesus saw this, God saw this, the Spirit of God saw this, the Trinity saw this and said, hey, you are going to be the king of my people, the leader of my people. Descendants of my people will come from you, because he stuck it out during that hard time. Perseverance. I set on Jesus. And the other portion was, this whole chapter just talks about people in the biblical world, in biblical history, that were just focused on Jesus, focused on God, focused on Yahweh all throughout their walk, so that even though they didn't see the promises of God right in front of their face, they still believed and walked towards God. This holiday season, this Christmas season, even if we see the sick, divided world that we're living in, we're living on Zoom screens and everything like that, just because we don't see some of these promises right now or in the way we wanted to see them, we can still follow through God, know the reason for the whole existence, the reason for the season, some might say, as corny as that sounds, and still walk towards Jesus, knowing that he is our hope. And Jesus is going to give us the promises, even if we can't see them right now. Hebrews chapter 11 finishes off with, not one of these people, even though their lives of faith were exemplary, got their hands on what was promised. God had a better plan for us, that their faith and our faith would not come together to make one completed whole. Their lives of faith not complete apart from ours. We're all in this together. We're all in this together, Oasis. We are all in this together. When we feel alone, when we feel unattached from everybody else, like we probably do during this time, we know that Jesus completes us. We are in this together, not alone. And there is hope beyond what we see right now. And that's so good. So Oasis, for our English speakers, there's going to be a Zoom link, and there's going to be for Pastor Jimmy, the young adults, the transitions pastor and everything like that. He is going to be leading a Christmas Eve service tomorrow. I can't wait to be there. I'm going to be there over Zoom, just being a Zoomer, just attending. And so for all you English speakers, go there. For all of us Korean speakers, go to the Korean service on Zoom, of course. I'll put the link for the English speaking on the comment section here. Definitely urge us all to get our Christmas Eve worship on. It's going to be a great time. And then, of course, after that, on 26th, going to be SFC virtual. Of course, I'll be there as well. It's going to be amazing. It's going to be a great time together with Jesus and everything like that, and with our SFC friends. So I can't wait to see everybody there as well. And tomorrow, I will also be dispersing all of the gift cards from tonight and from last week. I'm so sorry again that we were late, but just take this away from this little video. It might be challenging right now. It's challenging for all 8 billion people on the planet right now during 2020, but just know that our hope is not in this world. Our hope is in the promise of Jesus. Our hope is in the Lord. And we are invited every day to live like that. So be joyful. Be joyful knowing that. And when you can't, find someone to talk to. When you can't find joy, find someone to talk to, because we are all in this together. All right, Oasis. Love you. Merry Christmas.